the job that got me conversant with class 1 was a job around Tilbury. I lived in Harlow them days, and he was just a young lad who had two lorries. He had 2 units. His father wasn't well, so his father had let him to run this company. He wasn't a truck driver. He's actually a van man. He had a van, and I don't know what else he used to do with it. He let me keep the motor at my house. I did that. Nowadays, where is it that you can park your Arctic outside your house and be alright? The places are still there in Harlow, the parking, but I mean, this is the rules. Why I'm telling you this part of the story is that's where I got to the next. That's where I got to the estimates for the payments, because this guy let me run most of it. I went to the offices to pick the invoices. I made phone calls on his behalf. I was almost running the company while because he wasn't. He wanted to sit in the background. So he sent me to shippers, and that means I knew what rates were being paid, and I knew what are the distances, what are the amounts. These are just estimates. So after the break, I'm going to give you these estimates. See what quarantine is doing with the nature. Stay tuned. As you attract a bird like this to go to your corner and just be comfy. Saw this bird yesterday as well. So that was ages ago, but transport rates haven't changed much in England. I can tell you that. They have gone slightly high, but that's why I'm calling them estimates. These estimates are in between about £350 to £750 per job or per day. Normally 1 day jobs I'm talking about. Short journeys, say Tilbury to Luton, or Tilbury to, what do? We used to do Northampton. Tilbury to Northampton was about £350. So you need 2 of those. At the moment, if with inflation, maybe let's say £400. So if you have your regular run Tilbury to Northampton times 4 times 5, so your answer is £2,000. But that's a journey. That's a short one. It's not like a dream one. If you did Tilbury to Northampton, you still have more driving hours. It's like you can do that rush and do it. You can do the second run with that. That's why you should understand when people ask you for second run, they are calculating what you've done for them that day. So if you only do, say, Tilbury to Northampton and it's regular times 5, it would be neat, but it would leave you with extra time to work elsewhere. Or you'd want to do 2 runs on certain days. If there are no delays, maybe you'd want to do 2 of those every day, which is, say, close to £700 in a day. So that's why. And then long journey, that was for the short ones. That's short journeys. Maybe 2-hour journey, that isn't it? From Tilbury to Northampton is 2 hours without delays. Medium range journeys, I want to say London to Nottingham, Birmingham, Nottingham area. That is a full-time one in a truck. So if you get London to Birmingham and back as a 1-day journey, that's where I'm estimating you get paid £500. That means, take it from there. So 350, either it's around 350 on bad days, or 500 on good days, and then on extra days where it's booming and we're in peak and we're in big business, you can reckon even about £750 for that day. Okay, mathematicians like we use averages, because you don't know what you're going to get on that day, on the other day, on the other day. That's why I'm going to say the average, as per by average, I'm going to say is 500. Can go up and go down. As I say, if you have now, you get double runs for 350, you're actually better than 500. But how often and how many can you do? I'm using 5 days because I'm assuming you're owner operator. What I'm saying is, for the estimates, it's good to say to calculate around 5 days, because you can't guarantee the 6th day regularly. If it's only you have to park the truck on a certain 6th day, so you can't really count it if you're calculating. 2 G's times 4 is 8 G's. That's the estimate on the estimate. If good things. I remember he used to get to checks of 2,500 in a week. Sometimes, if I was busy and I've done leads, I've done places, he'd get 2,500. If we did that 4 times, that is 10,000. How much would he have given me? Those days he only paid me £450, bang, in cash. So the week that I made him maybe 2,500, he gave me my 500 or 450. And he stayed with the 2,000, which he needs for fuel, he needs for parking, he needs for trailer, there's a whole range of things that you need that other money for before you start counting it as profit. I'm talking just general collections, dream amounts. We started from there and then we keep crunching forward. But for now, just giving you the figures, you can actually get between 350 and 750 one day. Good days, 750, even 1,000. Who knows? There you are, you've got it. I've got this question asked many times. So that's the estimates. Is a dream amount between 8G and 10G, and a 4-week collection if you have your own truck. What's the message, matey? It's quiet today. It's so quiet. Okay. In comparison, if you remember the transport manager, I said he could also net 10K. But you imagine the comparison. No wonder I still like to be driving. I need to find 50 vehicles to manage before I can get that amount. That I can get if I probably just own one. Collecting, I mean. Ownership is still well better than just managing lorries, according to me. Being a lorry owner is the tops of the game. Oh, a story for you. Well, not a big story this time. I'm just got a little highlight. If you see signs from other drivers, when you're driving and then another driver starts hooting and is alongside you and is hooting and doing signs that you don't understand, what you want to do is to go and check what he means. Stop and go and check your vehicle. Why? One morning I was, I think it's about 5 a.m. on the morning run, the last second run. Towards morning, coming to, dawn, let's call it. Yeah, I was driving around Benfleet in Essex. And I noticed this truck was in front of me and he'd forgotten his tail lift onto the floor. Imagine that. And it's these, the tail lifts that are foldable. You tap the buttons and they go right up by folding, not just the straight up and down ones. It's the folding up and, He'd left it on the floor and he'd started driving. And he had gotten onto the A130. Yeah. So imagine I'm following a truck and it is sparking. The tail lift is on the ground, sparking on tarmac, sparking proper. So imagine, how did he not notice the noise? Does he not ever look in the mirrors? But you know what? It can happen to even you. You know how many stops he had? He was, if I remember, he was a bread guy, one of the bread companies. So they have many stops. One of the stops, he's forgotten the tail lift, fired the vehicle, started going. Why I'm telling you this story is I drove alongside him. When I saw that, I went quickly trying to overtake him and making signs for him. He didn't, he ignored them. I hooted, I did all faces, some things at the back, what? He didn't. Guess what? We reached a junction where I was going to go straight. It was a roundabout. I was going to go straight and he was going to turn right. So he turned right and I went straight. I was looking at the sparks. And man, so if you ever see a crazy driver or anyone near you hooting and doing things around, he tried to tell you there's something about your load. especially it's the back door, the tail lift, the tires. Something is swinging around behind. Okay, I've got a message for Prince Abby, one of my subscribers. You are needed in the studio. We have a skit to make, bro. So don't be disappearing. Prince Abby, you know who you are. When Ramadan's done, come to the studio. We got this thing that we plan to do. We are gonna stay on and on. We're going to leave it at this. Stay safe, stay blessed, and love.